And that breaking news first at 5, a 3-year-old boy died after being left in a hot car. And today, the woman charged in his death faced a judge. Good afternoon, I'm Muriel Bailey. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson was in the courtroom and joins us now from the newsroom. Gracie, Keila Stanford faces a Class B felony.
That's right, Muriel. Stanford, a contracted DHR worker, is accused of leaving KJ Starks Jr. in a car for hours. Investigators say temperatures likely inside the vehicle likely topped 100 degrees. In court today, new details emerged about what happened the day KJ died, and Judge William Bell ruled the case will now go before a grand jury. Keila Stanford was present on bond for a preliminary hearing Wednesday after being charged with leaving 3-year-old KJ Starks Jr. unattended in a vehicle, which is a Class B felony. The court heard testimony from Birmingham police detective who detailed the day. His testimony started with a description of the day. He says on July 22nd around 9 a.m., Stanford, a contracted DHR worker, picked up KJ from Giggles and Wiggles daycare in Birmingham. She then took him to a supervised visit with his father at DHR in Bessemer from approximately 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. After leaving DHR, the detective says Stanford then headed back in the direction of the daycare but never went there. He says instead she made stops at Church's Chicken and Little Caesars, right on the same road as the daycare. We also learned that she then went home and handed the food off to her son without leaving the car. She then received a text from her husband about cigars and went to a tobacco shop. She arrived back home around 12:30 p.m. From roughly 12:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., Stanford told police she stayed inside her home, watched a movie, spent time with her husband, and opened Amazon packages. Investigators say it wasn't until around 5:30 p.m. when Stanford received a call from the foster mother asking why KJ hadn't been returned to daycare. That's when Stanford discovered him unresponsive in the back seat. Investigators say she brought him inside her home, placed him in a cold bathtub, and attempted CPR. The detective testified the windows were up and the temperature inside the car likely exceeded 100 degrees. The detective also testified that Stanford admitted to police she had been distracted. The state argued her actions were reckless, while the defense said this was a civil issue, not criminal, and there was no intent to harm. Judge Bell found clear probable cause and sent the case to a grand jury. Judge Bell also says that Stanford's bond amount remains the same, so she remains out on bond. If convicted, she could face 2 to 20 years in prison. Muriel.